Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. Today we're checking in to Boulder Ridge. We stayed at Copper Creek not too long ago, but I did want to get a room over at Boulder Ridge. So that's what we're doing. About 30 minutes ago I found out that the room was ready. So made our way over here and now we gotta go find it. So let's get in there. Now Boulder Ridge is a section of the Fort Wilderness Resort. There's also Copper Creek as well as the cabins. Like I said, we have stayed at Copper Creek before, but this time we're at Boulder Ridge and I need to be on the second floor. Now once we get to where we're going, I do want to talk to you a little bit about the check-in process today because it was notable, something that I think is worth chatting about. So we'll do that here in a second. First, we need to find our room, 2544. It should be right around this corner. Yep, there it is. All right, let's tap in. Whoa. Okay, this is interesting. This isn't your standard deluxe studio. It's a full-on one-bedroom villa, and I think it's an accessible one-bedroom villa. Huh. Fascinating. This is actually super exciting because now I'll have the opportunity to show you around. There's a lot of accessibility features in here. I'm just noticing right off the bat, bed much lower to the ground. Whoa. This is so interesting. I was not expecting this. All right, well, I've got all the lights on and there are some things that I want to talk to you about, but first I want to get a room tour out of the way. So let me leave you here for a second. I'll do a room tour, which you can expect to see on the channel here in a couple days. And then we'll sit down and talk about the check-in process and how it went today because it was a little weird. So hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, I just wrapped up the room tour, which took so long to do, but there were so many things to point out in this room and talk about. So I'm really excited for you to see that. Make sure that you stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Now I'm gonna set things back to the way they need to be so that we can enjoy the rest of our stay. And while we do, I wanna talk to you about something that was on my mind as I was checking in today. So as most of you might know, I have been checking in with the My Disney Experience app whenever I do these stays. And the reason that I do that is because it is just so much easier than coming all the way to the resort only to find out that my room isn't ready yet. And honestly, My Disney Experience app with its check-in feature is, well, it's something that they offer. And so I want to see how well it works, see the pros and cons, and honestly, it's worked really well for me like 80% of the time. But as time has gone on, it has worked less and less spectacularly. And I'm not necessarily surprised because you guys have told me that this has been the case in the past. You say, you know, I'd rather just go there and check in because then I might get an upgrade or whatever. I will say, I have found that it's not necessary to check in at the front desk in order to get an upgrade. I mean, look at the room we're staying in right now. Of course, it is an accessible room. It was probably like a last minute they had this available and they were gonna give it to us because we have a really short stay, but still, it's an upgrade. It's a one-bedroom villa over a deluxe studio, so still an upgrade, still didn't have to check in at the front desk in order to get it. But anyway, today was weird because I had checked in online a few days ago. Well, I had updated my check-in a few days ago. I had originally checked in like weeks ago and it should have been good to go. Everything should have been good. But as I got farther and farther into today, I wasn't getting any updates from Disney via the My Disney Experience app, email, or text, which generally I get like around, I don't know, sometimes 9 a.m., sometimes noon, but today I didn't get any updates from Disney until around like 3. And I found that to be a little bit weird because normally I'm getting some sort of update, like your room isn't ready yet, but come on in and enjoy the resort. I didn't get that today, which, I mean, it happens, but it was definitely something that isn't normal when it comes to staying here at a Walt Disney World resort or a Disney Vacation Club villa. And of course, I kept checking the app, kept checking to see like if any updates had come through, but the app was not budging. And I thought that was weird. Again, just a lot of observations. I was being incredibly picky because, you know, I have to be, it's what I do. But here's the thing, it was really interesting because Russ got all of the information saying that our room was ready, but I didn't. Even though I had continued to check back in the app and like keep refreshing and all that and closing the app down and doing all those things that you do to try and make sure that things are right, I never got any information about the room until I actually got to the room and got into the room. So I feel like that's a little bit weird. And for me, it has me not wanting to recommend that you do mobile check-in and you actually go to the resort to check-in. The downside to that is that you have to come all the way here. So if you're planning on enjoying this as a park day, you know, your check-in day is a park day, I feel like that can take a lot of time out of your day unless, you know, your family kind of separates a little bit. But I don't know, I got to think about this. I'm going to chat with Russ about it too, see what his perspective is. But at this time, I kind of feel like the best route is to check in online, like do mobile check-in, and then still go through the process of going to the front desk when you get here. Those are just my thoughts though. Let me know yours. What has your experience been? You know, I'm curious. But anyway, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go grab Russ and my bags because I didn't bring them. And then we'll catch up later. We've got plans for dinner. So, all right, I'll see you in a bit. All right, see, I told you I'd be back, and look who's with me.
Oh. The stomach.
The stomach. So we ordered some food from Geyser Point tonight, which is new to us. So we're gonna crack it open, show you what it is, and we're gonna eat. I'm looking forward to this. I'm also looking forward to seeing what Russ has because he had a rather pricey burger. So
Pricey,
let's see if it actually delivers. So I got a flatbread, which, I mean, it doesn't look as impressive as I was hoping it would.
It's a little skimpy, it looks like.
It is a little skimpy, but it does have a bunch of like different cured meats and stuff for the toppings, but definitely not as loaded with arugula and stuff as I was hoping it was going to be.
Definitely not like the picture shows.
No, definitely not. So one more look at that. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but this was 17 bucks. And I feel like it could have been better. Now Russ, whew, he got a bison burger.
And I mean, it is drippy. It's just a bison burger. Garlic aioli, some other accoutrements.
Yeah, this was 23 bucks.
Yeah.
And it also has fries with it. We weren't sure if it was going to come with fries because it didn't show that it came with fries.
Ooh, they taste like the house-made chips.
All right, let's see. Try a fry.
Oh my god. Look at this. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Dripping.
You want a plate?
Yeah, we gotta get this to a plate. The sauce tastes good.
All right, here we go. Since we're in that one-bedroom villa, we do have
Loud noises.
plates and stuff. All right, so I just cut the burger. Here's what the inside looks like.
Hey everyone, it's Kat from the future. So I'm editing this video and I wanted to pop a picture of the burger we actually ordered in here so you can see what it was supposed to look like clearly. There were things missing from the burger, which is really disappointing, especially for the price. So I just wanted to make note of that because we didn't touch on it while we were eating. So back to our regularly scheduled content.
Very juicy. This is cooked medium.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bite before he even gets to it.
Go for it. I like bison. I'm excited. I don't get it ever. Nice burger.
It's a good burger.
Here's the question though. Is it a $23 burger?
That's the question.
That's the real question. That's a $17 burger.
I don't think it's a 20
That is not.
20 whatever dollar burger.
I think it was like 23 bucks.
Yeah, 23 bucks.
No, although good, not $23 good.
No, like, it's tasty. It
Yeah, it's
has
very
all of what you're looking for in a burger.
Yeah.
But to me, and I know this is going to sound probably a little bit, I don't know. To me, it doesn't have any uniqueness to it.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't taste special at all.
A little bit lighter than medium.
Yeah, definitely.
With medium
It's
rare.
like medium rare.
Yeah.
For me, I usually get medium well because I feel like I'd rather have it a little bit more overdone than underdone.
Well, see, me usually I get medium, and then they go a little bit beyond what I
Yeah.
want anyway, so it's actually dead on. So this one's actually the exact opposite, which is fine. It still tastes good.
All right, now we're gonna try this. Take a bite. Definitely disappointed that there's not more arugula on this. What do you think?
Save your money. Go to the Roaring Fork.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted to see what he had to say. I think Geyser Point is probably one of the most overrated places I've eaten at Walt Disney World.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a nice atmosphere if you're eating there. The aesthetic's nice.
Okay, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I should probably tell you a little bit about this. So this is a flatbread, and it's a little bit floppy, which not a big deal. It has like chorizo and salami and like an array of things on top of it. For me, it just feels like it falls short. Again, just like the bison burger, it doesn't feel like anything special. And when we're talking about $17 for this and $23 for this,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there's none. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it.
But let's finish our meal
Yeah.
and we'll get back to you. I still don't think that Geyser Point is a meal worth getting. Certainly not based off of what we had tonight. We've been talking about it a little bit, and I feel like the best way to describe both of these dishes, and I feel the same way about both, is that, well, first of all, I do think that they're overpriced, but the reason that I feel like they're overpriced is because they didn't have qualities that were easily discernible.
Yeah.
Everything kind of tasted just like a flatbread with, like, it didn't taste like all the different
A
meats.
charcuterie flatbread?
Yeah, like it didn't taste like anything dynamic. I didn't even taste the cheese.
I didn't taste the balsamic. Like, I didn't taste anything.
that, no.
No.
So I do think that that was a little bit disappointing, and I feel the same thing about your burger. Like,
Yep.
it was...
I mean, it was a decent sized burger. You got if for the amount of bison that it was a decent amount of burger. French
Yeah.
fries were delicious.
I
'Cause
think
they
they
like,
were French fries.
but they're the house made chips made French fry, which I do like. I do like the batter that they use for that and oil and all that stuff. So
I do think, though, that overall it just tasted like a burger. Like a good burger. As opposed to tasted like something with aioli and garlic and all of these other flavors.
yeah, and one of my actual responses was like the barbecue burger that you could get from Starlight Cafe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still there,
Might
but
not be.
that actual, or the Louisiana burger, that one was really good too.
Yeah,
And
Louisiana
it was
burger.
honestly comparable to this. In fact, this burger had barbecue sauce on it. Like, it was just barbecue
Didn't even
sauce.
taste it.
The only reason I tasted it is because I pulled the bun
Yeah, you
off
peeled it apart.
and I tasted it and I was like, so anyway, it didn't seem like a meal worth getting, and it was over $40.
Yeah, definitely go to the Roaring Fork over this. Get the meatloaf, get the burnt ends.
The burnt ends
I had-
and brisket was so good.
Yeah, the burnt ends and brisket was really good. My meatloaf was delicious. I love that. I would take that meatloaf over that burger, bison burger, any day of the week.
Same for the burnt ends and brisket. I would definitely get that instead of this.
Yeah, so definitely save your money. Or save your money, don't go to Geyser Point. I know we haven't done it yet, but maybe look elsewhere. Look at Whispering Canyon Cafe. Look at the Storybook Dining. I know it's probably almost the same price. So,
But you know, it all depends on your preferences. You should
Yeah.
eat where you want to eat. Like, I don't want to turn anyone away from eating a place they really want to try. I do think that the environment is really cool down there if you're looking for like an on the water kind of. It reminds me of Minnesota, like up north Minnesota, where you can be like on the lake and have a few drinks, and it's a cool like little environment there. Though it was very crowded around dinner time, which is to be expected.
of course.
But yeah, I think that Geyser Point is a pass for me.
Yeah, it's just a miss, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? That's okay because we still have the Roaring Fork.
That's right. But here's my question for you.
For me?
So far, what do you think of the room? I know we just kind of got in here, or
Yeah.
you just kind of got in here, and you like perused around real quick, and then we took off. What do you think?
I think it's like any other one-bedroom villa. However, obviously it's accessible. There's definitely some misses when it comes to the accessibility part that I've noticed. Little odds and ends here and there. Obviously, you can't account for everything, but there's some pretty obvious things I'm surprised are the way they are.
Which, of course, you'll see in the room tour. We'll point out some of these things.
But overall, it's a really nice room. It's not too simple, but it's simple enough. It's not too too over the top or anything like that. I actually really like it. I don't know if I like it more or less than the Copper Creek room.
I'm trying to remember what Copper Creek was like, because I don't feel like it had the
Simple.
same amount of theming as this room does. Like, this room has a lot of Disney influence, even though it's not like crazy over the top, like Russ said, like there are definitely really cute elements on the curtains and on the pillows, and the artwork is amazing. So I do like it.
So it reminds me actually of the Beach Club Villas versus Beach Club itself. So the paid for section in cash versus the DVC. When you actually go buy the rooms, especially the new refurbished ones on the paid for side, there's a lot more IP in the room. There's a lot more, there's Donald Duck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie and stuff like that. And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. Is almost like the paid for side or the cash side of Beach Club versus the villas, which have a little, they definitely have less IP in them, especially at Beach Club in particular.
Yeah, it's so interesting too, because even though you see a lot of IP in here, it's all appropriate. Like we see Mickey with he's like hiking and all that stuff. So I do think it's really cute. I agree. But yeah, one thing I think is really interesting about this resort in particular, and maybe I just have to do a little bit more digging, but whereas other resorts have like the resort side and then the villas side, this has DVC on both sides, if you will. Like Copper Creek, DVC, Boulder Ridge, DVC, and then there's the cabins.
It's a whole nother animal.
So it's very interesting. I have to probably look more into that and find out like what exactly is the cash side, what exactly is the DVC side here, if it is separated like that, or if it's similar to Saratoga Springs, like if they transitioned over to that at any point. That's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day, but it's
I like
nice
it though.
room.
Yeah, it's a nice room. It's great. I don't know. I have anything else to say about it. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, you have a closet up front too, which I totally forgot about. You got a lot of space, and then this actually can turn into a 3-bedroom.
Well, 2-bedroom.
I like it. It's simple, but it has the IP and stuff like that, which I do like. I don't like being inundated with it, and I also don't like not having any of it. So
Yeah.
it's a nice even flow. The one thing I don't like, balcony.
Yeah, the balcony in this room is really small, which is kind of surprising considering...
Copper Creek one was bigger, actually, now that I think about it. Was it?
You know what? I think it was. It is surprising because, especially in this room, it's an accessible room, and like there's definitely nowhere you're getting out there with a wheelchair. I mean, you'd have to have someone help you move the chairs
Yeah, you definitely
off
make
the
a phone
balcony
call
so you can
or
get
do a
back out.
request. Yeah.
But again, you'll see all of this in the room tour when we go through it. But the balcony, they're very small balconies in this building.
Small balconies, and the railings are really high, so like when you're sitting in the
looking.
seat, you're looking at the bar.
Yeah.
So you can't like see out. So it's a little annoying. But that's okay.
It is okay. And those are just our first impressions. Of course, we're going to do a full review, and I think Russ is going to join me for that review. You don't join me all the time,
No, I don't.
but you
I
will
try
join
my
me for
best.
this one. So stay tuned for that here in a couple days, but I think we're going to get ourselves situated and hang out for a bit.
And relax and go to the pool.
Sounds good to me. Well, we're closing out this one old school. Had a whole rest of our evening. We spent some time swimming, which was a whole lot of fun.
A lot of time swimming.
Yeah, we decided after dinner to go jump in the pool, and we just stayed there until
Pruny.
basically, well, yeah, we were definitely pruny. And then made our way to Roaring Fork, where we got some treats for the evening.
Delicious.
They were very, very good.
That's how vacation's supposed to taste.
Yeah, honestly,
Cookie bar.
we got like the Mickey Magic Bar, which was amazing, and the campfire cupcake also very good.
Yep.
Nothing compared to Sprinkles, but I think it was still good.
That cookie bar is very good.
No, I mean the cupcake.
Oh, the cupcake? No, Sprinkles definitely has a better cupcake.
Yeah, but
That's
the cookie bar, I would definitely get that again. But yeah, now we're just kind of wrapping up our evening. Gonna watch some TV.
Bluey.
Go to bed. Yes, Bluey. Gonna watch some Bluey. Go to bed, and do it all over again tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out with us. We hope that you had fun on this little check-in day adventure. And yeah, guess we'll see you next time.
That's it. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.